a late Nari Air Flight 114, which is on aid distribution, eventually crashed near Leer County Airstrip in South Sudan. So what really happened, what caused the plane to crash? We will cover the crash summary and the key facts. So this is the this is not the actual plane, but this is something how it looks as a whole. I try to bring it to give you an idea. So but this is the actual plane itself after the crash. So this side you are seeing isn't the wing. This isn't the wing, this is the tail. So that's why I brought this whole something, so you have idea. If you observe here and something like this antenna pointing backward, so you can see it on another model. So this not the actual plane that's involving the crash, but the same model like that, similar model. So you can see these two antenna something, they are pointing at the back, which is the tail stabilizer, the vertical and horizontal tail stabilizer. So you can see it. So what you are seeing here is like this part of the plane where you see this, and then it's like everything somewhere around here, the wing and things like that are already gone. As you can see, people trying to go in to rescue those that might have been trapped inside the crash. So this another picture I was able to get of the full plane, this precise Avions plane itself. This is not like before it takes up, or this was one of the picture they've taken of it at the point somebody was trying to fuel it, I believe, one of those engine here. So it's a bit of a massive plane used, in this case used for cargo. So what really went wrong, what happened to those occupants of this plane and all those things are what I will cover. But before that, in case you are new here, welcome to Foskaay Aviation. I'm Solomon Foskaay. On this channel I bring you simplified analysis of aviation, including plane incident and accident, and this specific episode is centered on plane crash today. So but it cover between few hours to 24 hours and up to 3 to 4 days, because at times it takes time to verify the details of the crash. So but if I'm able to do that, at times I can drop it few hours or within 24 hours or 73 hours, 4 hours before, 2 hours before the after the crash. So if that interests you, kindly like, subscribe, tap notification bell. And now let's go on to the full details of this crash, what really went wrong. So for this, first let's see when this happened. November 24th 2025. I'm recording this November 27th, so it's just about 48 hours ago, 8:30 local time. It happened during the approach time, the landing time, when it was approaching the airstrip it want to land on. The type of plane involved is L-410UVP and is a twin engine turbo prop with the reg, and operator is said to be Nari here, which is a Sudan based, but they were running it at that for Samaritan Pause Relief, which Sudan is a country under civil war and things like that. So there are platforms like this that take humanitarian aid, including UN and things like that, and help distribute it, because these are also areas that lack a lot of road network. Some of them are even remote, cut out of the developed urban area and things like that. So they usually engage with flights like this to aid the distribution of the aid, and that's what this was actually on. It was an aid trip. So the occupants, there are 3, which are crew. One is identified to be a Ukrainian, which happened to be the pilot, and they said another Kenyan engineer, maybe a co-pilot or something, and also the third person is identified to be an indigene of Sudan, that's a Sudanese. All of them end up being injured fatally. So the fatality is 3 which are all the three on board. None on ground because it's impacted not where people are. The aircraft damage is a completely destroyed one. If we go back here, you can see this is the whole aircraft itself, and this is an example of the model, and you can see now that you can hardly even see the wings at all. In this, you can only see part of the fuselage and empennage, which have the tail. I think that's the only part that is intact. Most other parts, from the part of the empennage from the door up to the front, are like mostly, destroyed. So in the crash, though there was no post crash fire. And I will also go through the flight part here to give you an idea of the location. So let's go back. So this flight actually was a cargo relief goods from Juba Airport to Leer County Airstrip. So it's not really like a full airport where it's going to land. It's like an airstrip, but at least those planes can land there, known as the Flight 114 humanitarian, on a humanitarian mission. The weather wasn't actually specified from the picture, and those areas are mostly desert. So most around the year, they usually have a much clear, sunny weather. So what happened from unofficial source: crashed during final approach near the European Bona Grant Payam, sorry for the pronunciation, impact in the remote area, and search for remains ongoing. Cause is yet to be determined. So let's quickly now look at on the Google map. So this is the Juba International Airport, and this is where it fly to. So let's have a bit zoom in here. You can see that's the airport it took off from. This is the airport it took from. So let's now see where it's actually flying to, which is the airstrip. Yeah, so and that is the crash site. I tried to locate the area for you guys. So yeah, this is the airstrip. You can see that it's in a remote area. You can hardly see much of building. There are more of remote area, so that's why it's just a strip where airplane can land, especially those distributing aid. So if we look, this is the airstrip here. Let's zoom a bit. You can still see, you can see that most surrounding are just sparsely populated local villages and things like that. So this is the airstrip here. So this is where supposed like airstrip representing like the runway that it ought to land, but eventually it crashed somewhere around here. So almost like aligned to land and things like that, and all these places are pure remote area. So the map might show it so close, but at times the distance might be a bit still more, even though it seems so close to it. So that's where it was not able to finally get to the runway on the airstrip and land, and eventually crash here. So, and because all these places are remote, it was difficult to really get all those on board. So they said at the time I did the video, they were able to recover 2, but still looking for the Sudanese. That's the third. They found the Ukrainian pilot, the other engineer, and then still looking. Probably by now they might have. So that's why at times these videos like daily can be delayed, because I try to get some more facts on it. So that's all that happened that caused the crash of this plane. Our hearts to the family of those victims that were involved in this crash. The plane is totally gone. So what do you see to this, or likely could have contributed to this plane crashing. Share in the comments below, watch other videos, and always remember to do good to humanity and nature wherever you are, to make the world and universe a better place for us all. See you in the next video. I remain Foskaay. Thanks for tuning in, and bye for now.